Hello everyone and welcome to another Microsoft 365 video. On today's episode, I want to show you how you can create rating columns on Microsoft lists and SharePoint lists using the new interface and this revamped column type that was kind of forgotten in the Microsoft Lists ecosystem. So without further ado, let's jump right into Microsoft Lists and let's see how this works. Before we jump into the process of how to add the rating column to Microsoft Lists, let me first tell you that this is not a new column type. This has been available for quite a while in SharePoint Lists and in Microsoft Lists, but it was not easily accessible or it was not available on the type of site by default that you were using. So this has changed and it's now included in the interface of Microsoft Lists. If you don't have yet the new Microsoft Lists layout in your tenant, this feature will not be displayed for you. If that's the case and you want to take advantage of the rating system anyway, that's a possibility. However, you will have to manually enable the ratings on your team sites for the list, and that is explained in this blog post that I wrote a few months ago. So for team sites, the only thing you have to do is to go to the list settings and enable the rating settings. If you are using a communication site, then things are a bit different and you will need to enable a hidden feature using PowerShell. But well, this is just a workaround to get things running if you don't have yet this interface. If you have this interface, well, that's a lot easier for you. And the only thing you have to do to create the ratings is to go to the add column and you will see that at the bottom, now there is the average rating. And when you click in the average rating, immediately it creates the column with the 5 stars for you to rate. And to use this column, the only thing that a user has to do is to click in the stars that he wants to rate. It will display the rating, the average rating for this column, and it will display the number of users that rated this column already. And on click, then it shows who did the ratings and how many ratings exists for each number of stars. So this is great, and this is one way of using the rating feature inside of a Microsoft List item. But if you don't want to give so much detail about the rating, and if you just want to collect if the users like or not the item, you can switch the stars that are creating by default to the likes column. And when you do this, then this change automatically to this system. You can click on the art to like it. The difference between the stars and the likes is that when you click in the number of likes, instead of displaying that pop-up that was shown with the stars, this triggers the action on the like. It either likes or dislikes if you already had like the column. There's this slightly difference. One important thing to note about the ratings: once you create one rating column, you cannot create another one. So this is disabled and it displays this message saying that this list already has a rating column and you can't add another one. So you can only have one rating column per list. However, you can switch between likes and stars without losing the data that you already had. So in this example, I started by creating the column as a rating with stars, and I've collected one result with 3 stars. Then I switched to the like system, and as you can see, I still have my like over here, and I still have my 3 stars in here. So you cannot have both, but you can switch from one to the other to see what works best for you. And it's guaranteed that if a user already had rated a column with the star system, it will not be loose, and the same thing works for the likes. This is a great improvement to create interactivity with your Microsoft 365 list items, and it no longer requires you to go to the list settings and no longer requires you to go to the PowerShell in the communication sites. It's globally available across all lists in Microsoft Lists and SharePoint. And this is everything that I had to show you today. If you enjoy the content that I'm producing in this channel, please click the subscribe button, and to make sure you don't lose any notification about future updates, also click in the bell icon so you receive immediate notifications as soon as I publish a new video. See you next time. Bye bye.